Hey, what's going on, guys? Retribution here with another video today, and sorry if my voice sounds a little bit raspy. It took me a while earlier trying to get footage for this, but it didn't really work out all that well, so you'll just have to watch this gameplay here, and it's going to be me getting my first strike team, which is insane considering the content or the context of this video, which is going to be how to counter the strike team, which in my mind is really OP. It's the only thing that's I'd say that competes with the strength of the dog and Ajax's shield. So today I'm going to be telling you guys the best way to handle a situation when going up against a strike team, because I personally wanted to figure this out and I figured everyone else would too. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to start off by saying, guys, this wasn't really that good of an experiment. I didn't get the results I was expecting. This wasn't something where I was like, oh my god, this is it. This will really weaken the strike team, because honestly, it doesn't. You have to play like you're expecting to go up a strike team, and you can't really do that because not everyone's playing with the strike team equipped. Like some people, or like me, you know, you can't expect it every game. So that being said, take this with a grain of salt. It's not something that you can easily, counter every game, because you have to have classes set up to combat this. Alright? So, that being said, there are 4 ways to one-shot the strike team guys. The first one is the Grav Slam. The Grav Slam is an instant kill, but you also have to worry about getting up to them and slamming the ground before they kill you, because they do take you down really fast. So you got to get in behind them while they're distracted, or just get very lucky, or come above them whenever they're not paying attention. So that can get both of them at the same time, or just one. And then the last one, you got to do one of the 2 other things that can one-shot it, which is use the head splitter on the Mozu. That is the operator mod. It's just easy one-shot headshot, just like it says in the game file. So just one shot to the head with the Mozu. Best done, I'd say, from a range whenever they're not paying attention and not moving, maybe distracted with someone else, or as soon as they hit the ground and they pop up and they're not really targeting anyone else, switch straight to their head, hit them right there. That is the best way to go about it, because other than that, you're gonna have a lot of problems going for them, especially with other people shooting at you and then them themselves. And then the last one-shot opportunity for this thing is the Tomahawk. Now the Tomahawk, it's self-explanatory. Every game it's a one-shot, everything. You just hit them. The same for the dog. You just one shot, just make sure you hit them and they'll go down. But then at least the second one, you have to wait for it to recharge and throw it again. So the strongest counter to this is Ruin. You can take both down if they're grouped together. And then second is the Mozu. And the only reason the Mozu is below the Grav Spike is because you don't really have to worry about, I'd say, that much skill, because you just have to just hit L1 R1 or RB LB on Xbox and just slam and they're dead. You don't have to worry about aiming or anything like that with the Mozu. And then Tomahawk, because you do have to wait for it to charge, and you can only get one at a time. Now, we did find some other things out. The other effects, the Annihilator, it takes 3 shots from the Annihilator to kill one of the team leaders, or the team members, I should say. So a full Annihilator, as long as you hit all 6 shots, will destroy the strike team. So again, it's a counter, but it's not that great. It's not as strong as the Mozu or the Grav Slam. Then we found out with Battery's War Machine, it's kind of hit or miss, really. There were times where we hit it and it would take 3 shots to take one out, and then we tried again and it would take more than 3. So it's very hit or miss. I think it really just, it depends on if the secondary explosions really hit them. It's really just hit or miss. If they're in an enclosed area, I would say 3 shots. If they're in the open, I would say probably the entire 6 shots to kill the strike team. Then we have the stiletto knife or the combat knife. It's 3 knives. Once you get those 3 knives, they'll go down. But again, you have to worry about them smacking you and shooting at the same time. Now, what we found is if you combo this with the strobe light on the SG-12, you can stun them, walk up, switch to your pistol or your vapor, stab them 3 times, and that's it. Or switch to your combat knife, knife them 3 times, and that's it, and they're down. Well, that is mainly the only way that you can get those 3 knives in without being killed. So if you're gonna go for the stiletto knife or the bayonet on the vapor or even the combat knife, run the SG-12, hit them with the strobe light. It is kind of glitchy. Sometimes it gets them, sometimes it doesn't. So you're gonna have to play around with that. But that's the only way to really get those 3 knives. And then the Dragon's Breath for the MOG 12. It's 2 to 3 shots. It really depends on how many pellets hit. It's 2 to 3 shots to them and they will die. And that's really the last counter. The Tempest, it takes more than 1 Tempest. The Seeker Mines or Seeker Drones do not affect them. The Mesh Mines, they just destroy the Mesh Mines. The dog does not target them. Ajax's 9-bang will concuss them like the strobe, but that's about it. The Purifier will burn them and like stun them a little bit, but not enough. It will not kill them. And then what else? A lot of the other things, it literally just stuns. Like the Tempest, it'll stun them for a little bit, but it will not kill them. So all the things I've listed above, that's about it. I'm kind of disappointed in this. I kind of thought we'd find some game-breaking things, kind of knock these guys down a little bit, but they are still one of the most overpowered things in the game, and there's nothing here that you can really have without changing your playstyle. I don't know about you, but I don't run around with the head splitter on the Mozu. I don't run Ruin all the time. I like running Crash. I like running Ajax, stuff like that. I don't use the Tomahawk because I like the specialist abilities. I don't really play Seraph all that much. I don't use Battery all that much. I'd never have the stiletto knife or the combat knife or the bayonet unless I'm going for my combat knife kills for the camos. I never have the SG-12. I normally just have nothing there because I have my primary stacked of attachments. And for the MOG 12, I don't really have that either. Same circumstance with the SG-12. I normally just don't have any secondary. So nothing really there to use that doesn't change your playstyle a lot or change the operators that you use. So they still are really one of the most OP things because they do force you to change your playstyle to really effectively counter them. And another thing I wanted to add at the end, it does seem like their health regens, because in a clip that we had that I lost, the files got corrupted. It was hour-long footage. It was bad. That's why my throat really hurts right now. But I strobed both of them. I killed one with 3 knives, and then I got 2 into the other one before it meleeed me and killed me. I ran back, strobed it again, pulled out my stiletto knife again, and I had to knife it 3 more times. So it does seem like their health does regen. That may just be a bit buggy or something like that, some inconsistency, but it does seem like their health regenerates. So guys, those are the things that you can use to counter the strike team. I wish I had better news, but I really don't. This is really upsetting. Like with the dog and with Ajax's shield, you can really combat them with jumping around the dog and timing it perfectly so where the dog can never get you. Or Ajax's shield where you can run around him or juke him out, stuff like that. This is something that you really just have to change your playstyle, and that's really the only counter. So if you're willing to change your playstyle or leave a class open to have the Mozu or the stiletto knife or the SG-12 with the strobe light and the Dragon's Breath, not to mention having to spend all that time just unlocking their operator mods, which takes a while in themselves. If you're not willing to do that, there is no real counter to these. So they are one of the most OP things in the game, if you want to have an OP score streak attached, I would definitely run this. I run it myself, and this just proves how good it is and why you should be using it. So thank you guys for watching this. That's really all I have to say. I do sound a little bit upset, not because of this, it's just my throat really hurts. I'm losing my voice and I'm just ready for bed. It's about 3 a.m. now. I stayed up for an hour trying to get this footage for you guys, and then it got corrupted, and then I had to go in a game and get the footage that you guys watched previously. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support on the last video yesterday. I really appreciate it. But guys, this has been it. I really don't know what else to say besides hopefully there's some other things that you can combat them with later in the game, maybe an update or something like that. But at the moment, there's nothing really to combat them. This is it, and I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to stick around. We'll have a video tomorrow on, I believe, Blackout or Zombies, whichever one I decide to upload next. But stick around for that. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.